This is the story of an ordinary city where crowds surge everywhere, horns blare constantly, lights flash brightly, yet some hearts remain drowned in darkness. In that city lived a girl named Sameena. Her home was small, just 2 rooms, a tiny shop run by her father, and her mother managing the household. Sameena was their only daughter. She studied hard, attended college, and dreamed of one day landing a good job and keeping her family happy. Then Haris entered her life. Haris came from a wealthy family. His father owned a big business, he drove a new car, wore branded clothes, and was the favorite of every girl. Haris started talking to Sameena, first on Instagram, then WhatsApp, and soon they began meeting outside college. Sameena thought it was love. Haris told her he would marry her. He just needed a little time to convince his family. Sameena believed him. She lost herself in his words. One Friday night, Haris said there was a party with his friends and asked her to come, just for a short while. Sameena hesitated, but Haris insisted strongly. She went. The place was outside the city, a large farmhouse. Inside, loud music blasted, glasses of alcohol clinked, cigarette smoke hung thick in the air, boys and girls lost in shameless abandon. Sameena felt uneasy, but Haris held her hand and said, "Don't worry, they're all good people." The night grew deep. Haris led Sameena to a room. Inside were 3 of his friends, Ali, Umar, and Zaid. Sameena wanted to leave, but the door was locked. Haris smiled and said, "Just sit comfortably." Then all 4 of them grabbed her together. Sameena screamed, cried, begged, but no one listened. That night they did to her the worst thing that can happen to a woman. When she passed out, they threw her into a car and dumped her in a city park. In the morning, when Sameena opened her eyes, she was lying on the ground. Her clothes were torn, her body covered in blue bruises, blood, and pain. She tried to stand, but her legs had no strength. People passed by, some looked, some turned away. Someone was even recording a video. Sameena kept crying. Somehow she reached home. She knocked on the door. When her mother opened it and saw her daughter's condition, she screamed. Her father came running from inside, saw her, staggered, and collapsed. Sameena told them everything. Her mother fainted from crying. Her father stayed silent. He hugged Sameena and said, "Daughter, we will get justice." The next day he went to the police station. The station house officer wrote the report but said, "Where is the evidence? Is there a video? Are there witnesses?" Her father replied, "My daughter herself is the witness." The officer smiled and said, "Cases against rich people are difficult." Still, an FIR was registered. Haris found out. He told his father. Haris's father was a big businessman with connections to politicians and police officers. He made a few phone calls. The next day, the station house officer summoned Sameena's father and said, "Withdraw the case, otherwise your shop will be gone and your daughter's honor won't be safe either." Her father broke down in tears. When he came home, Sameena asked what happened. He said, "Nothing can be done." Sameena fell silent. But something inside her had shattered. She stayed awake at night, the scenes of that night replaying before her eyes. She hated herself. When she looked in the mirror, she couldn't see her own face. She kept thinking, was it my fault? Did I make the mistake? Then one night she made a decision. She would no longer stay quiet, but she no longer trusted the police. She no longer trusted the courts. She would deliver justice herself. Sameena began to change. She started going to the gym. She woke at 4 in the morning, ran, lifted weights. Her body grew strong. She read books, psychology, crime, revenge. She secretly followed Haris and his friends on the internet, their social media, their parties, their new girls. She noted everything down. 1 year later, Sameena had completely transformed. She was no longer Sameena. She cut her hair short, changed its color, gave herself a new name, Sana. She left the city and moved to another one where no one knew her. She got a job as a secretary in a large company. By chance, Ali worked in the same company, the same Ali who had been the most aggressive that night. Sana slowly built a friendship with Ali. Ali thought this girl was crazy about him. He took her to lunch, took her out, even started inviting her to his house. Sana watched everything. Ali's wife was named Sarah. They had a 3-year-old son. Ali was still the same person partying, talking to girls, lying at home. Sana made a plan. One night when Ali was alone, Sana went to his house. She wore beautiful clothes. Ali opened the door, delighted. Sana stepped inside. She said, "Tonight I want to stay with you." Ali smiled. He took her to the bedroom. The moment he got close, Sana pulled out a small syringe filled with a sedative. As soon as he touched her, she pressed his throat and injected him. Ali collapsed. Sana tied Ali to a chair, taped his mouth shut. When he regained consciousness, Sana stood in front of him, but now she looked like the old Sameena. Ali's eyes widened in terror. He tried to scream. Sameena spoke softly. "Do you remember that night? Near the park? That girl was me." Ali began to cry. He shook his head, begging for forgiveness. Sameena said, "The time for forgiveness is over." She took out a small knife. She cut his clothes. She carved the same marks on his body that had been left on hers. Ali writhed in pain. Sameena said, "This is only the beginning of your punishment. Your friends' turns are still coming." She left him tied up like that and walked away. In the morning, Ali's wife found him in that state and screamed. The police came. Ali said nothing. He was too afraid. He knew if he spoke, things would get worse. He only said a thief had come. But fear had taken root deep in his heart. Sana's next target was Omar. Umar now ran a nightclub. Sana got a job there as a waitress. Umar began to like her. One night after the club closed, Sana called Umar to the back room. He came. She offered him a drink with a drug mixed in. Umar passed out. Sana tied him up, taped his mouth. When he woke, she said, "Remember Sameena?" The color drained from Umar's face. She did to him exactly what he had done to her: pain, humiliation, marks. Umar sobbed. Sameena said, "Now you will understand what it means to steal someone's honor." She left him there. The next day, his club was shut down. Girls started speaking out against him. His wife left him. Umar broke completely. Then came Zaid's turn. Zaid was living abroad. Sana waited. When Zaid came back on vacation, she sent him a message to meet at a hotel. He came. She called him to the room. Same method: drug, unconsciousness, restraints. When Zaid woke, Sameena said, "Now it's your turn." Zaid screamed, but the hotel room was soundproof. She punished him. Zaid returned abroad, but his life was finished. He fell into deep depression. The final turn was Haris's. Haris was now about to get married. The bride came from a very wealthy family. Wedding preparations were in full swing. Sana made her plan. The night before the wedding, she sent Haris a video, the same one recorded that night. Haris's heart sank. He turned off his phone, but more messages arrived through the night. On the wedding day, Sana was there, among the guests, dressed beautifully. No one recognized her. The ceremony began. The bride and groom came on stage. Suddenly the lights went out. Darkness fell. People panicked. A few seconds later, the lights came back on. On the stage stood Haris alone, his clothes torn, his body marked with scars. A board hung around his neck that read, "Whatever you did to women, now endure it yourself." Below it, a screen played the video from that night. The guests screamed. The bride burst into tears. Haris's father trembled with rage. Haris collapsed. His wedding was cancelled. The company's shares plummeted. His father was disgraced. Haris lost his mind. He wandered the streets, leaving his home behind. Sana watched it all from a distance. She never revealed herself. Quietly, she returned to her new city. She settled in a small village and started teaching at a school. She taught children, gave them strength, told them to learn to stand up for themselves. One day, a girl came to her, crying. She told Sana the same thing had happened to her. Sana hugged her and said, "Don't be afraid. Justice will come even if we have to deliver it ourselves." Sameena's story has not ended. She is still alive, hidden, yet powerful. A woman who turned her pain into a weapon and became a terror for the cruel. And whenever a girl cries, Sameena hears it. The chain of justice continues.